Hey Cozy Crew, and welcome. I hope you enjoy this vlog of our trip to Ireland. We had such a great time and we were so lucky to start our trip at the Polaris business class lounge. There were so many amenities here, including a sit-down dine-in restaurant, and the food was very good. Especially my burger that I had. I had a really delicious veggie burger, and this potato soup was good too. There were lots of places to sit down and rest, and like I said, lots of amenities, including snacks and various foods and drinks. And I really appreciated that they actually had oat milk, so I was able to make myself a nice London fog. Our original flight out of New York was changed from 7:30 to 7:50, then to 11:15, and then eventually it was changed to 1:30 a.m. And that was brutal. We did have to wait that long, and I was going a little stir crazy. There was really nothing to do. Everything was closed, so I just wandered and walked around just to keep myself entertained. Of course, I read and things like that, but honestly, just a lot of walking around the airport and staying active. And I also saw these birds that were in the airport, which is kind of fun. When we saw our final pilot arrive to the gate, everyone started clapping. Everyone on our flight started clapping, and we finally made it on the plane, and they gave us a nice dinner. The United business class was actually really nice, and I enjoyed a nice vegan dinner. After that, I washed up, took a Xanax, and just went to sleep, and then I was happy to wake up in Dublin. We stayed at a lovely modern hotel called the Marlin that it was like nicely situated in the city, but the rooms were pretty basic. But I did really appreciate all the dachshund decorations. After we unpacked and freshened up a bit at the hotel, we took a walk through Stephen's Green to make our way to find some food. And oh my goodness, this park was so lovely, and it was so nice to see everyone out. It was a bit of a chillier April day, but everyone was out enjoying the sun, and the landscaping and the plants were just so beautiful. Honestly, such a nice place to spend part of your day. We enjoyed a early lunch situation at this vegan restaurant called Cornucopia, and I had this like shepherd pie. I'm not sure what it was, but it was delicious, and the tea was really good, and this raspberry dessert was so good. Then we made our way to Trinity College to enjoy the Book of Kells experience, and it really was such a lovely experience. Just the artwork alone for the Book of Kells was so beautiful, and the entire experience was really nice, and it was a nice way to round off our first night there before we headed out to dinner. We had dinner at the Brazen Head, which is the oldest pub in Dublin, and it was such a nice and cozy spot. And I was happy to see that they offered non-alcoholic Guinness, because when in Dublin you have to have a Guinness. And they also had a really delicious vegan potato and veggie stew. It was really good. The next day we grabbed a quick breakfast to go, and we met up with our tour to start the tour to the Cliffs of Moher. And it was really rainy and gloomy at the beginning, but you know what they say, if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. And that really is the case in Ireland, because look how the weather changed, and it was honestly so beautiful and sunny after that. During our trip, there were protests going on by farmers and truck drivers because of the cost of petrol, and they were blocking many highways. So we actually had to take many of the back roads. Our tour guide took us to the back roads, and it was wonderful because we got to see so much of the country, and it really is such beautiful scenery, especially these bays and the green grass. It was so pretty. I knew that the Cliffs of Moher were beautiful, but I was not prepared for how absolutely stunning the scenery was. I don't think I've ever seen anything as beautiful in my entire life. It was really windy. As you can see, Manu was holding on to me, but it was worth the long drive and worth the wind and the cold, because it was honestly so stunning and so beautiful. It really makes you just take it all in. Our second part of the tour was a trip to Bunratty Castle and Folk Park, and it was absolutely stunning as well. It was so cool to see this castle and the homes and businesses around it. It was so pretty, and Manu and I just really enjoyed walking and talking and then sitting down in some spots. And it was really cool also to see how people lived during these times. And yeah, I would really recommend this entire tour. It was through Elegant Irish Tours, and I would highly recommend Mick as your tour guide, because he was fantastic and he made the whole trip really fun. And oh yeah, look at this. This was a house that's been maintained as it was back like a century ago, and I just thought it was really cool to kind of get a glimpse of the past. Right across from the castle was this little like village area with this food truck where we got the best curry fries. When we got back to Dublin from our tour, not many restaurants were open, so we had dinner at this awesome Mexican restaurant. It was actually really good. The next morning, we had breakfast at this great place called It's a Trap, and my burrito was really good, and so was Manu's cinnamon roll. And then we just had a nice stroll throughout Dublin, and then got ready to catch our flight. We had to leave extra early because of the protest, but we will definitely be coming back to Dublin, and we can't wait.